Hi everybody, it's Mark Shellshear. This is the Mark Art Show coming to you from Galleria de las Islas in Metro Manila, Philippines. Over the past week we've been talking about consistency. Consistency in the workplace, in our studio, consistency in marketing and in sales, and we've touched on a lot of subjects. Today I'm going to talk about consistency in dealing with people. The art world is no different from the world outside the art world in that you're going to have to deal with people. And dealing with people, there's going to become times when you're going to be disappointed. And sometimes that disappointment can really injure you. And you've got to be careful not to let that happen. Disappointments come, disappointments happen. And we've got to have the attitude that we do not get even, that we are the bigger person. And we say to ourselves, well, that's life. I don't understand it, but that's life. And I'm just going to move on. Do not try to figure it out. A lot of people spend a lot of time trying to figure out, why did they do that? Why did they think that? What were they thinking? Why would they do all these things? And the truth is, there's no answer to it really. Just let it go. You'll spend hours and hours thinking about these things and they'll just twist you up. And your emotions and everything will get in knots and it's not worth it. Look, there's no books to help you on this. There's no tutorials you can take on this. You just got to put it down to that's life. And if you can put it down to that's life, you can then move on. If it's just life, then you can learn from it and you can grow from it. And they're the two things we want to anyway, because disappointment's part of life. But do not make it personal, even if it feels personal. And oftentimes it does, my friends. Oftentimes it feels very personal and really it's not. The other person, really, the truth is they probably just weren't thinking. They were just not there. They were so engrossed with what they were doing, they didn't realize that you took offense or got offended or got hurt or whatever. But you're disappointed. So you've got to just let it go. And I know I say that all the time to people, let it go. And sometimes when it's yourself, you've got to give yourself the same advice. Let it go. Do not make it personal. That is not the thing to do. Most people don't know they even did anything, okay? Learn from it. The key is, it's like everything, learn what not to do. Now, a key that I have learned to do very quickly whenever I get injured or upset about somebody or something, I'm disappointed, is I just forgive. I have the attitude that I say to myself, I'm just going to forgive these people. And then what can I learn from this situation? If you can do that, you'll grow through it. And you'll get through it without too much trouble. Because it's really easy to get bogged down and begin to get bitter, begin to churn it over, to think about it and think about it. And the moment you start doing that, you're not having any effect on anybody else outside of yourself. And the only person who's being hurt now is you, and you're doing it to yourself. The other person who you were disappointed in, they've moved on, they've gone, they're not even interested in what you're thinking. And yet we can sit there and we can go over this stuff over and over in our heads and think and think and think. And you know, and the criticism in there works as well, and it touches on all the different points in there, and the thief gets involved. You know, you just got to stop because you can't do anything about it. Can't change other people. We've talked about so often. The best key is, as I said, learn to forgive and then say, now what can I learn from this? Never keep or hold a grudge. Life is too short for that. I was watching an end of a movie and I walked into the situation and there was a movie on. And this gentleman was coming to the end of his life, and as he was dying, he made a simple statement which really struck me. He said, life was like it only took 5 minutes. It happened so quickly. So, friends, don't hold grudges, forgive people, because life is too short to hold grudges. And grudges only hurt one person, and that's the person who holds the grudge. So let it go and grow through it. Okay. Move on as quickly as you can from the situation that you have been in, and also remember to be wise and not put yourself in that position with those people ever again. Don't get back to that place where you can become disappointed again. Okay, so learn from it. Do not get even. I'll say that again. Learn from it and do not get even. There's no place for that in this. Forgiveness doesn't get even. Forgiveness forgives. Okay? Forgive quickly and don't become bitter and critical. Let it go. Let it go. Just leave it and put it under wherever you want to put it. But let it go. Be the bigger person and wish the people well. Wish them well off with a smile. That's what I do. Off you go and have a smile go along with you. That's the end of it. Wish them off with it. There's no room for us to become tied up in this. Just let it go. The best response to disappointment and letdown is to become a bigger success. That's the thing I always say. Okay, it comes through disappointment. Let's be more successful. Let's get bigger. Let's grow. Let's not become caught up in this mess. Because you know, you get into the mud. I don't know if you've ever, as kids, we used to walk through this thick mud, and sometimes you nearly get stuck in mud. It's better off to get onto the hard surface and get out of the mud. And sometimes people get stuck in things in life. Be the biggest success you can be. That's the best answer you can ever give anybody. Criticism, anger, words, none of that work quite like success works. Success says it all. Be the best person, grow and learn, and do not allow things to push you down. You cannot change people. You cannot change the world. We know that. But you can change yourself and you can change your world. And that's what we need to do. Forgive, move on, learn the lessons that are there to be learned, learn them good, become wise, do not put yourself in that situation ever again. Wish the people well so you know you've forgiven, and then become the success that you were destined to be. Be the better person. Become the best, and the rest will all be left behind. Friends, build you. Don't build a grudge. Don't hold a grudge. Don't build tension. Don't do any of those things. Build on you. Become the better person. That's what matters. You know, you can't change the world, but you can change you. And that's what I'm saying we need to do. Change. Be the better person. Okay, you guys have a great day. I hope you all had a fabulous weekend. In Australia, football season's over, so a lot of people will have a big sigh of relief. Over here, well, they don't play football over here, so it's not a problem. I'm going to go on and have a big day today here in the gallery. Lots of new things coming in, and I hope you have a great day wherever you are. I look forward to the day when I come and visit you in your studio, talk about your art, and talk about you as a person. You have a wonderful day. Remember to reach out and touch people. People are hurting out there. Smiles and hugs are free. We're going to talk tomorrow. You have a fabulous day. Ciao.